What's up, everyone? So yes, it's that time again, another rant video, sort of. I'm gonna be a little bit calmer this time, although I think I was calm last time. Whatever. So today I'm gonna talk about, what was I gonna talk about? The burden of proof. If you make a bold claim, you need to prove it. I see this a lot on Twitter, where I'll just have this as one example. When people claim Trump is racist, that's just one of many examples. Okay, that's just one example. Like, that's what's happening in this case that inspired me to make this video. People claim Trump is racist. I ask, how is he racist? Sorry, I had to edit this clip in there because I cut myself off in that sense. And most of the time, they respond with, if you have to ask that question, you're not paying much attention, blah blah blah. This is how you know that they themselves don't have an answer. Like, they're just spewing out views and not giving backup stuff, anything to support their claims. Now, this is still an ongoing process. Like, it's a discussion I was having on Twitter. I'm still waiting for the response or whatever. But this is just a video. It's not about that. It's just about the concept of people making bold claims in general. It just inspired me to make this video. I'm not, like, responding to those particular people. But it's just the general idea of people making bold claims and they're not able to back it up. Now, I mean, if you believe Trump is racist, again, just an example, then I don't have a problem with that necessarily. I'm just going to ask you the question, how is he racist? So then it's expected that you answer the question. Instead of treating me like an idiot and resorting to name calling or if you can't know blah blah blah, why not? What's wrong with just answering the question? Because if you actually have an answer, there's a reason that you're saying that claim, then you should be able to give an answer to someone who asks as a defense to your point of view. You should have a valid argument for what it is, the claim you're making, right? Trump being racist, that's just an example. Like, it's not, the whole video isn't about whether he is or not. I mean, whether you believe he is or not, whatever. That's neither here nor there. The point being is, don't make bold claims unless you can back up those claims. And when people ask questions, by the way, just another kind of rant in this video, just answer them, okay? They're legit questions. You can't know an answer to something unless you ask, right? Webcam's acting weird again. It keeps doing this thing where it lags or whatever, but as long as you can still hear the audio, it should be fine, whatever, I don't care. As long as you can hear me. When someone asks you a question, don't treat them like an idiot. Just answer it if you have an answer. It's really plain and simple. A lot of people, I've noticed this. I'm a big question asker person who asks whatever that means. I'm a person who asks a lot of questions, okay? I'm like that 3-year-old who just, what's this? What's this? It can get annoying, I imagine. But I'm a very curious guy. I want to know the answers. I want to make sure I have all the information and all the facts. I want to, usually, if it involves politics or something, want to be able to make sure I'm a part of the right side. I want to make sure that I'm doing what's right, if that makes any sense. I'm very neutral when it comes to politics, though, but that's just that's just an example. Just on any given thing, I want to know all the information before I dive in. Like, I want to know what I'm signing up for. I want to read the fine print before I sign, you know what I'm saying? I want to not be either evil or ignorant or what. I don't forget. You get the idea. I want to know what I'm getting myself into. I want to know what I'm standing for. I want to know what I'm doing this for or believing this way for. I want to know the why, driving force behind it all. I want to know why I should think this way or why I should do this before I do that. I don't want to just put, a whole bunch of blind faith that, okay, I'm trusting the experts in this. I want to get more info. I want to know. I don't want to jump into those shark-infested waters until I know that I'm not going to be eaten. I'm not going to just trust you that that water isn't shark-infested. Show me the proof, man. I want to know what I'm diving into. Ow. I hurt my thumb. Call me salty, but I need to know. Get it? Salty? Okay, yeah. Like, I'm open-minded, but also a little bit critical. Like, I just admit that I don't know anything. That's usually where I fall. Like, I don't know, man. I just don't know. But I lean towards certain beliefs in the meantime, until I get more info, until I can prove to myself that this or that is true. I'm just gonna stay where I am, or maybe lean, so it depends on the thing. But usually if it's in politics, I'm out of it altogether until I know more. Because I don't want to make decisions that are gonna affect potentially the lives of other people until I know what I'm doing. I don't want to potentially ruin people's lives. I don't want to do what's wrong. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I remain open-minded. It's like, I'll hear you out on your point. Now try to convince me. I'm like that guy at that desk in that meme, like holding that cup of coffee, like, change my mind. Only it's open-minded. It's not statement, change my mind. It's convince me to begin with. Convince me of your argument. I will sit here in the meantime and sip my cup of coffee, because screw tea. Tea can go jump off a cliff. Don't make bold claims unless you can back up those claims. I mean, you can make those claims if you want to, but you might look stupid. I'm just saying. Which I am almost certain I'm guilty of. Who knows what's floating out there in the internet that I have said or done like 100 times over. You could say I personally believe, but there's no way of knowing. That'll work. But if you say something matter of fact, like this is truth, then you need to be able to prove it. You get the idea. If you make a bold claim, mostly if it's like talking about someone else, like you're talking badly about a person, you need to be able to back that up, and not just like that guy is a sexist. How is he a sexist? Back to what I was saying, like, I ask a lot of questions because I don't know the answers. And I've noticed this about people, is that they tend to get offended, almost, that you ask questions. Like, how dare you question our ways? Or they tend to, it's almost sacrilegious that you're doing that. Like, no, that's bad. Don't ask questions. Or they feel like if you ask a question, that means you're with the opposition. You're with them. And you're just trying to say something bad or I don't freaking know. You get the point, okay? I ask questions. I can't speak for everyone else, but me personally, when I ask a question, I'm serious. I'm legit asking you a question that I want to know the answer to. I'm not just drilling you. I'm not just trying to debate you and I'm with the enemy. No, I'm legit asking for your point of view, or said whatever thing I'm asking. Go back to that one particular example. If I ask you, how is Trump a racist? Did I say that right? Did I say, how is Rump a racist? No, I'm pretty sure I said, how is Trump a racist? Then you should be able to show me, tell me how he's racist. Like, give a few examples of what he's done or said that is legit, actual racism, and not just some weird thing. If I ask more questions, that's not necessarily, I mean, sometimes it's kind of like it can be a debate, like I'm trying to get to the bottom of it, maybe trying to show you how potentially, okay, so like when a lot of the times when I ask questions, most of the time I'm actually wondering for an answer. Like, all the time, actually, I'm actually wondering for an answer. Like, I'm curious, what's your point of view? And if you can't give an answer, then that's sort of me, like, flipping your view back around and showing you how stupid it is. I'm like, this view's kind of stupid, but I'm curious to see if this guy has any legit reasoning for believing or, you know, saying or whatever the thing is. So I'm gonna ask him. On one hand, I'll get a legit answer and I'll be like, okay, fair enough. And then I'll know why he thinks that way. Or she, or Apache, attack helicopter, whatever you want to, them, okay. Or if it's a really good enough answer, in a very rare instance, and I can't get any compelling counter-arguments to that from, like, the other side or whatever, then maybe you might even convince me. Or if you don't have an answer, at this time, you could just be like, well, I don't know for sure, but that's just, okay, whatever, fair enough. You have to do your research before you can really give an opinion to your side, or you have to get someone who knows more than you do about your given side, bring them in for the debate, But then in that case, why are you making the bold claim if you can't back it up, you know what I mean? To give an answer to why they believe what they believe. Because it's like sometimes you'll hear someone smarter than you talk, and they convince you to join their side or their belief or point of view, but then you're like a newbie in that belief, and then you go around and then you come across some opposition or whatever, but you don't really remember all the points this guy made. You don't have all the facts, but you do know that he convinced you. So you're just, hey guy, come over here. You know what I mean? I've had that happen a lot. But just if you're gonna make mostly about bold claims. If you're gonna make bold claims, be sure that you have something to back it up with. Be sure you believe something that you can prove to yourself. I'm talking about in the realms of when it comes to making claims about other people, like what kind of person they are, or you're making some, I don't know, even like a scientific claim or just whatever. If you're making some bold claim as if it's fact, you should be able to back it up in that case. You could say, I'm of the opinion of said thing, but don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure, but that's where I'm leaning. That's how I am with most stuff. Like I'm a Christian, but I don't know for sure that God is real and all that stuff, but that's just where I lean. Like I have that as like the basis of my reality. Like that's just, is Earth flat or is it round? I don't know personally because I've never been up to space to view it or whatever, but I lean toward the Earth being round. Like that's just my belief. I believe it's round, but I'm not gonna call you an idiot if you believe otherwise because I don't freaking know. I just know what I've been told by other people, and I just have a point of view that I lean toward. I don't usually me personally, I usually just say I'm of the opinion, or I personally think. I try to make it to where it doesn't sound like I'm beating you over the head with a fact, because I can't half the time I can't even back those things up because I don't even know. But anyway, that's just a little rant I've noticed. Especially people online, holy crap, they can be trolls. Sometimes they get offended, or they think you're with the opposition, or they think you're a troll, or they name call you, and it shows me that they lack intelligence. If they're just gonna make bold claims, not be able to back them up, and then call you an idiot because you don't agree. Now, when I say they lack intelligence, of course I don't mean literally. They're intelligent in life, they are capable, they have the potential of being smart. They probably are smart, but what they're doing at the moment, what they're saying, is stupid. You know what I mean? No one is stupid, but everyone can be stupid, if that makes any sense. At the very least, let's respect one another, and let's just exchange ideas. Let's just have a discussion. Let's not call each other names, say you're an idiot, or blah blah blah. Like white good versus evil. Everyone has a point of view, and let's all just trade points of views with each other. Not trade as in swap positions, but tell each other what our points of views are. Let's meet in the middle. Let's figure this out together. That was a very long and random tangent. It's even gotten darker if you haven't noticed. I even had to edit this in a few places. But my main point was don't make bold claims without anything to back it up. That was the main thing. Don't treat something like it's fact without evidence to support that thing. That was really the idea of this video, and then it just kind of went off course until let's just all respect each other, blah blah blah. So, yeah, whatever, you get the idea. Another important point I want to make is that asking questions does not equal making a bold statement. It's just asking a question. Please stop treating my questions like I'm stating something. I'm legit just asking you for more info on why I want to pull myself up. I want to put my foot in the door and get into this adult life. I want to understand everything. Okay, I'm not questioning your ways. I don't want to be I don't mean to offend, but disclaimer aside, why is that? you know, I don't want to have to soften the blow. It's a freaking question! I'm gonna ask it, and you're gonna freaking answer it, please. And thank you. Maybe. It's up to you, but please. And I know for a fact that I am super guilty of this myself, as I'm sure all of you probably are. We've all had our stupid moments. We've all done it. But let's just agree from here on out. Let's try to do what we can. Let's try to keep in mind to not make bold claims as if they're statements without being able to back them up first. And also answering people's questions instead of treating them like the devil. Let's do our part to make this world a better place. Pineapples belong on pizza. Where is your proof?